Chapter 576. He had no idea what was going on now. He did not know why Stephen was giving Alex so much face. Wasn't Alex just the useless son-in-law of his father-in-law's old classmate? His father-in-law's old classmate was just a pathetic and useless person. So, his son-in-law would also naturally be just another pathetic piece of trash. Why was Stephen attaching so much importance to this useless piece of trash? Before he could figure out the reason, Stephen had already given him a tight slap across his face. Slap. Joey felt a little dizzy, and his cheeks swelled up immediately. "Don Stephen, what are you?" Joey trembled in shock as he asked, "Don Stephen, did I do something wrong?" Stephen gritted his teeth before he cursed and said, "You are nothing more than a lapdog, but you actually dared to offend Mr. Anderson? You must already be tired of living, aren't you? Okay, then. I will drag you to my dog farm, chop you up, and feed you to the dogs today." Joey felt as though his head was going to explode. He was paralyzed with fright as he collapsed to the ground. As Stephen's lapdog, he naturally knew who Stephen was. Countless people had already died in Stephen's hands, and many of them were buried in the bellies of those fighting dogs raised by Stephen. After that, Joey hurriedly knelt in front of Stephen before he kowtowed and said, "Don Stephen, please forgive me. Don Stephen. Please, I didn't mean to do it. I did not know that he was your friend." "Friend?" Stephen exclaimed as he kicked Joey in his chest. "Mr. Anderson is the bright moon in my heart. I can only ever look up to him. How could I possibly be his friend?" In fact, Stephen meant those words from the bottom of his heart. Everyone was once again shocked to hear Stephen's words. Who on earth was Alex? Why was Stephen being so respectful toward him? Paul was also trembling in fright at this time. He could not help but feel a little distressed when he saw Stephen hitting and kicking his son-in-law, but he was feeling very afraid at this time. Stephen turned around and instructed his men, "Come, help me drag this dog to the dog farm now." The two bodyguards immediately stepped forward to drag Joey away. Joey was so frightened that he started crying before he turned around to look at Alex. After that, he kept kowtowing in front of Alex as he pleaded, "Alex, it's my fault. I did not know what I was doing. Please ask Don Stephen to spare my life this time on the account that my father-in-law was your father-in-law's old classmate for so many years." Alex smiled before he said, "What's wrong? You're asking for my help now? Weren't you chasing me away not too long ago?" Joey wiped the tears off his face and choked as he said, "Mr. Anderson, I was wrong. I am willing to become your slave for the rest of my life if you will just forgive me and let me off this time." Joey's face was very pale as he continued speaking, "Mr. Anderson, as long as you are willing to forgive me and let me go, I am willing to give you all the assets that I own under my name." When Paul heard this, he blurted out immediately, "Joey, are you insane? There is a lot of money that I gave you under your name. Moreover, half of those assets belong to my daughter. You old fart. Just shut up already." Joey gritted his teeth as he glared angrily at Paul. After that, he continued cursing, "You fucking old dog. Are you fucking blind? Can't you see that I'm about to lose my life here?" Paul was truly shocked at this time because he never expected Joey to scold him and curse at him. Therefore, he glared at him before saying, "You. How dare you talk to me in that manner? Don't forget that I am your father." "Fuck you," Joey replied bitterly, "if you did not ask me to help you take revenge on Mr. Anderson's father-in-law, how could I have possibly offended Mr. Anderson?" Then, Joey hurriedly looked at Alex with tears in his eyes before he said, "Mr. Anderson, this old man has been telling me all about how I should help him ridicule you and your father-in-law today. He is the one who made me offend you and your father-in-law. He is the culprit. He is the one you should chop up and feed to the dogs."